that decision on what to do. It's going to be to have fun. We're going to let it ride. We are going to let it ride. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I acknowledge this could be a terrible, terrible mistake. But it's our first franchise of the year. Let's have fun with it. It'll be the 26th and the 32nd pick that we acquired earlier in the draft. 2 seconds and 2 sevenths for the 10th overall pick. Let's do it. Our third blockbuster of the draft. We still have a lot of picks. Let's find out. Just how good is this guy? And will he be the one to push Kyler Murray? Our selection out of UCLA, the 21-year-old quarterback, Kurt Slater. Oh my God. And that, chat, is why I never try to have fun and I stay ruthlessly efficient. So there you go. You learned your lesson. This is why I don't listen to most people in chat. Because you're not allowed to have fun. It doesn't exist. You're not allowed to have fun. Top 5 talent, my ass.
Emotional damage.
So there you go. Now you know what happens. There you...
What was that?
God damn it. He might get a breakout, but he'll have to be the starter to do it. And don't worry, he'll be here for a while. He's fucking expensive. Yeah, and we're not going to get the updated info yet. So again, that's why we don't mess around too much. It all works out, though. I mean, hey, we, robbed the AI blind a little bit, so not much goes for it. We'll see. Look, if I were to end up with that guy in the UDFA series, I'd be overjoyed. However, there are 2 first-round pick offensive linemen that I want. I have to hope that they start slipping down the board, because that was expensive. The Titans at 11. Mother dick. Well, there goes Jerry Caver. We need to pull off this trade with Tampa now. Well, that was the worst case scenario, because I guarantee you Jerry Caver's a future Pro Bowler. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. All right, Tampa. How expensive is this going to be? All those draft picks we just acquired, we might lose a bunch of them. Tampa, Tampa, Tampa. I want that center for the 12th overall pick. Well, okay, that's not happening. Are we going to miss out on Dillard as well? They take Lance Plummer. The New York Footballmen, as I believe they're called. The New York Footballmen. What would it cost, my friends, to land this pick? What would that cost? Oh my God. All right, chat. There you go. There's your lesson. There's your lesson. We've learned a very valuable lesson here today. It's okay. It's okay. Do you want Kyler Murray? The cap penalty would be insane. All right. Well, it's a good thing I still have 2 picks in the second round and 3 picks in the third. Holy balls. All right. Well, we got to hope Dillard makes it through here, because that Giants trade isn't happening either. And it's Sebastian Lopez. Let's talk to the Rams. Let's talk to the Rams. The package that would move Murray is no longer available because it involved a pick that we no longer have. All right, the Rams, that 14th pick. Jesus God. Oh my God. All right. Well, they don't really want to move it either. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks. All right, chat. Again, that's your one reminder as to why we don't have fun. Daniel Rivers goes off the board. All right. Let's talk to the Chicago Bears. We are on hard trade difficulty, yes. Very hard trade difficulty, I believe it was. The Chicago Bears. What is that point where the trade value? Aha! Okay, all right. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, God, but that's our first rounder. Oh, that's our first rounder next year. That is way too valuable of a pick to give up. Ojulari's not bad. Rondale Moore is not bad. Kareem Hunt I'd like to get rid of. That's just not worth it. You hit X and counter. Yeah, I just don't really want to. I know there's a counter offer feature, but at the same time, what can I possibly plug in there that'll make it worth it, you know? It's just I can't do it right now. Chicago takes Henry Holt. Chargers. Yeah, Kyler Murray, exactly. All right. The Chargers. My friends. What can we do here? First rounder next year. Son of a bitch. I just don't want to give up the first rounder next year for obvious reasons. We just finished dead last as we take over this team. All right. Chargers take Juan Alford. All right. The Raiders at 17. Our boy Dillard is still there. Might we be able to pull off a miracle? Might we? 17th overall from the Raiders. What are you interested in? First round pick in 2026. And an extra pick. We're getting closer to it being worth trading up. The fact I have to give up my own first rounder in 2026 and another one is really rough. Our own first round picks are just far too valuable to give up. I don't think we're landing Dillard at this point. The corner's off the board. Denver at 18. Denver. Have we hit the threshold where it's no longer super goddamn expensive? I hope so. We haven't. There's no way Dillard's not going to go off the board here sooner rather than later. It's just going to happen. Denver at 18. Take Jacob Hunter. The Colts at 19. Colts at 19. Counteroffer just brings you to the trade screen, like the manual trade screen, except you can then edit what assets are there. That's all. Again, I highly, highly doubt what I'd be willing to give up they'd be willing to do. Given the AI's emphasis on our own first round pick in the future. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't imagine. Colts want that pick. Everybody wants that pick. They're like, oh, hey, you want to trade back up? Give us your first rounder next year. Oop, no, that's not what I wanted. All right, I will hit the counter offer for this one. We take out that first rounder. Yeah, obviously they want the value a little bit more. The problem is Murray's not going anywhere at this stage. So it's a future first, a second, a fifth, and a seventh. Honestly, this might work at this point. What about even a fourth? I'll add a fourth rounder to it. How do they feel about that? It's going to take way too much value still. It's probably going to have to go green. What about the third? Yeah, they're pretty much going to want full value. I mean, it's going to take the extra second might get it done. Oh God, it would be both of our seconds. Yeah, we'd be out of second round picks. Whew. Okay. Will the Colts take our boy Dillard at 19? Yeah. All right. We just Trey Lance this draft. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So our next pick is not until the end of the second round. We got to look at the draft board again and see what's out there. Now, call it a hunch. When it comes to quarterbacks, I don't think we're going to take one. When it comes to running backs, Quincy Robinson is still there, and I like him quite a bit. I mean, obviously, just the question is, who the hell is available? Is it worth us trading up? We don't have any confirmed talents. At this point, I mean, I'm primarily trying to base it off of the grades that are showing up instead of the super in-depth look at everybody. But, you know, looking at players that are available in the second round, that quarterback or that running back is slow as shit. When our quarterback's faster than our running back, that's a problem. God, let's see. Wideout wise, in terms of the grades, it's not looking very pretty. Tremaine Brock might be the only one that's worth it based off what we know there. I mean, it's a risk. We could look at combine numbers, but Chuck Downs is there. Again, he was looking like a very good receiving option at tight end, but those grades are very concerning. Bryce Wells. 21-year-old vert threat. Not the strongest, but he does have good agility. Something like Bryce Wells might not be bad. I'm just trying to see if it's going to be worth trading back into the first round at any point. Or if we're better off waiting until the second round. And if we do wait until the second round, is there somebody else there? You know? Mushy, not sure. Again, the issue was we inherited this team at the end of season 1. So who knows what the AI logic is in terms of scouting, even if they have it set up properly. Yeah, Colt Dillard's not looking that good. What about Andy Kaiser? Is there anybody left? Kaiser's got the strength at least. Like, I don't want to, you know, skip ahead and find out that there was a steal that we could have had if we just decided to be patient. At the same time, I don't know if there's actually going to be anybody, and Mushy, thank you for the follow. I don't know if there's going to be anybody who's worth trading back up into the first round for. This guy, Henry Abbott's actually not that bad. He's got good strength, good agility. He's not bad at all. His finesse suck. Man, Henry Abbott looks like a monster. Wow. That guy is an absolute monster. Kaiser was first to second. You had Bryce Wells, who was second to third. Robinson was first to second round as well. Abbott right now, though, that guy might be worth trading up into the first round again. I mean, I say again, we've only made one pick so far. What about Kyle McDaniels? Another younger lineman. Strength isn't good enough. At center, it's not looking too good. Yeah, the O-line quality is really starting to dip. We missed our chance because quarterback. Gaither. That guy's not bad. He's probably not worth trading up for, though. It's probably worth hoping he falls to the second. Let's see, defensive tackle Tim Bayer, LSU. Strength and agility, he's not bad. He's not bad. I can't guarantee he's worth trading up into the first round for. His block shedding is not that good. Does have good finesse and power moves, though. Tim Bayer could be worth it. Logan as well isn't that bad. And we could probably, based on prices, only afford to trade up into the first round or early second one more time. So right now, our best strategy... That guy's too slow. Right now, our best strat is going to be to look, get a short list of players I'd be willing to take towards the first round, and then see who is left by the end of the round, or we just trade up soon and take that Abbott guy because he did look like an absolute freak. What about Chris Ward at linebacker? It's too slow. And then secondary-wise, again, there were some of these corners. Again, Porter has the grades, but his combine was terrible. But, you know, could add him to the short list at this stage. A lot of safeties in the running here. Obviously, we traded Buda Baker, so... He's not quite where I'd want him to be. What about Farmer? Farmer's not bad. LinkedIn right outside linebacker. I'll take a look in a second. Carlos Bridges. Hey, Carlos Bridges looks very good. That frickin' quarterback pick, my God. And then we have Tyrone Rowe. Also looks very good. Still a couple of safeties who are first round worthy. Which is good. Let me take a look at Ellington. Second to third round, so obviously we wouldn't have to worry about him now. It's not bad. The speed's a little bit lower, but all in all, yeah, he could be a decent steal. Like I said, right now I'm only going with the optics of the first round, pretty much, outside of that tight end Wells. So we'll skip this Arizona pick. They take Newkirk, who was not on our list. Let's see. Pittsburgh. Is the price still sky high to trade into the first round? So if it's not, I'm looking at that left guard. 21st overall. Yeah, it's still very, very pricey. So did we get a lot of picks for the first and second overall selection? Yes, we did. At the same time, it appears to be pretty consistent. There goes Chris Ward at linebacker. We'll go to about pick number 25. Chris Rivers. A couple linebackers off the board now. The Saints took Abbott. The value was still just too much. So Abbott's off the board. Cowboys at 24. Take Oliver. Was not on our list. Packers at 5. Rick Gaither, who was not on the list. Washington. Colt Dillard. At this point, I'm waiting to see what guys who I think could go in the first round fall to the early stages of the second. And we'll try to sneak up. There goes Porter. At corner. We'll see if the Ravens got a steal there. Eagles at 29. Ridley, wide receiver. He wasn't on our radar. Bills at 30, Jason Hoods, so some receivers starting to go. Chiefs take Deontay McIntyre, and the Commanders at 32, Tim Bayer at DT. So I still have 3, 4, 5, 6 guys who I thought we could have traded up for that are still on our short list, which is very good. Which is very, very good. So we can keep moving forward here until one or maybe two of them are left on the board and then go for them. Back-to-back picks. Andy Kaiser off the board. He was one of the options. Damn. Houston at 2. Frank Thompson, the running back. All right, our guys are starting to fall like flies here. Lions at 3. Bradley Davis, didn't have him on our board. Miami went to the wrong spot. I don't know what's up with me hitting the wrong buttons tonight. That's half the reason this offseason's taken all night. If only we had all those picks the commies had. But we had fun. We lived a little. All right. Dolphins. The greatest football team, according to their song. First round of next year. Man, that's still... Man, that's pricey. That is pricey. Jesus. All right, Miami takes Kyle McDaniels. Patriots at 5. Take Quentin Logan. That was the other DT that was on our board. So we got 3 members of the secondary left that I'm keeping an eye on. Thurman Griffin wasn't one of them. Fulton wasn't one of them either. That's good. All right, so far we're looking okay. Good. The later we can go and still land one of these guys, the better. There goes Chuck Downs. What a draft this is for Washington, by the way. Although, my God, they're going to get obliterated by dedicated cap space. BJ Baldwin, let's keep going. I still got 3 guys here. Tyrone Rose off the board. I got 2 safeties left. We're going to wait until there's 1 left. And then trade up based on the value of picks here. Right now, we're looking okay. About time we fall to the 26. There goes Farmer. Okay. So, the Saints. Nollins. I need a deal here. I need a trade here, friends. Badly. 50th pick of this draft. How expensive is it? How the hell are you still asking for a first rounder next year? It's not worth it. Like, Bridges is good, man, but that first rounder... I don't believe Bridges is going to be that good that I'm willing to give up a first rounder next year. That could be anything. It could even be Bridges. So, man, the trade values this year with the draft and picks, it's changed a lot. So, I'm going to hope Bridges is still available, but I'm going to sim to our pick. I'm going to sim to our pick at this stage. And we'll see if that free safety Bridges is somehow on the board. He is not. So, let's take a look at who's available here then. Shall we? Why not? So quarterback-wise, we have no one to worry about. I mean, it says round 3, round 4. We already took a look at these guys. Neither of them are worth it. Running backs. Antoine Simmons. 22 years old at the TCU. He is very fast. I'll give him that. Stamina's not great. His juke isn't great. All right, well, you're fast. You don't have a good... Yeah, he's not it. Larry Still, which is the opposite name you should have as a running back. Does have good speed, decent agility. All right, I mean, nothing there is inherently bad. The awareness is going to be pretty bad. He's probably not worth it. And then David Gomez out of Boise State. Not overly fast. Is strong and agile, though. Bit of a bowling ball. Good stiff arm, potentially decent trucking. This guy's okay as a power back. Like, he's not that bad. He does have decent speed, good strength. Like, David Gomez as a power back, if we were to take a running back, it would be him at this stage. Wideouts. Actually, we might as well stay up here. So, Eddie Thomas. I think we looked at you before. 21, 6'3". Hello. Okay. Good speed, good strength. Jumping's not great, but he's tall. You can't route run worth a damn. Holy shit, you can't... Oh, what a waste. What a waste of good athletic talent. Otis Alden. 4.24. Here's the problem. He has no agility whatsoever. He has no agility whatsoever. He has elite straight line speed. His release is terrible. His catching's terrible. Buddy, you should have stuck to the track and field. Deontay McAllister. Mid. He's a kick returner. Is he, though? Because he doesn't even have the agility. Frederick Davidson. Good speed and agility. I can't really run routes. Oh, my God. Jared Quincy. 6'4". Out of Purdue. Can't run. Yeah, you can't move. Forrest Gump, basically. Michael Booker. It's fast. The agility is not amazing. Can't catch a football. Trey Weary, 6'4", is 24 years old. Can't run. He's strong and can jump, but that's it. Orson Allison. Orson in 2001, whenever the hell you would have been born. All right, yeah, the receiver class, from what we know of them, hot trash. Hot trash. Stankin' trash. All right, we're not taking a receiver here. Tight end wise, Bryce Wells is still there. That is very, very good news. We liked Bryce Wells a lot. 21-year-old vert threat. Again, doesn't have the best strength in the world, but he can move. He can jump. He can move. We like that. He can pass block. Right now, Bryce Wells is the guy at the moment that we're taking with this pick. Especially with agile quarterbacks. I will check to see what we could get if we traded down. I will. Will Clancy. Yancey Clancy. He's okay. The agility kind of lets him down a little bit. He can't block worth a damn. Yeah, he's not it. Zach Stachelski. Good old Stachelski. That's, man, you should be in the NHL name pool. Same thing. He's okay. He's not elite. He's not our guy. Michael Santos at a USC. Top speed, but and everything else kind of lets him down a little bit. The agility's not bad. He can actually block really well. All right. I mean, Santos isn't too bad as a tight end. A little bit later on in the draft. Matt Weber, NC State. Doesn't really have the mobility. Be a strong receiving threat. His blocking's okay, but I like the other two guys better. Darrell Redmond, Ole Miss. He's a day 3 projection. We can look at him later. Left tackle. Oh, there's nobody. Left guard, nobody. Centers, Jeremiah Proctor out of Notre Dame. Not bad. He's pretty well-rounded. Among centers, Proctor's not bad. I don't think he'd have a good dev pattern, but he's not bad. And then Clifton Bryan. Combine Beast. Okay. There are 2 good centers left, at least at face value. Good to know. Both Bryan and Proctor both looked awesome. Right guard. We got 2 options here that we consider in the second round. Aaron Taylor is okay. He's not bad. I don't like him as much as the other guys, but he's not bad. What do we got for Keon Garrison? 22 years old out of Michigan. He's not it. He's not it. Right tackle, nobody we're looking at yet. Got 3 guys here. Left end. Kenny Hearns, 21 years old out of Kansas. Has the speed and agility, doesn't quite have the strength. His block shedding is tragic. D and tackle. Yeah, Kenny, you're not it. Lakeem Sellers. Lakeem the Dream. Same thing. Speed, agility, no real strength. I'm not feeling that either. Kari Hood at a TCU. Speed threat. Can't block, shed worth a damn. Okay, well, let's not go for a defensive end. Unless the right side's better, which it's not. Defensive tackle. We got 4 options here. DJ McKee out of Washington. Great strength. Tremendous agility. A in power moves. I like it. I like it as a late round defensive tackle choice. That's pretty good. What about Dennis Hunt? 21 years old at the Penn State. Got the agility, he's got the strength. Not quite to the same level. I'm not feeling it. Sorry, Dennis. Wait, there was one other, wasn't there? 2 others, actually. Darren Trapp. Everyone's favorite band. That's Trapped, actually. He doesn't have the strength. He's got the speed and agility, but he doesn't have the strength. That said, his finesse moves are actually pretty good. So is his tackling play. Okay, all right, Darren. I see you. That's not that bad. Alan Woodard out of Georgia. Not bad. F injury. I'm out. I'm out. Call me Mr. Wonderful. I'm out of here. Whole lot of linebackers. We got the next 5. Kirk Cameron. For those of you over the age of 30, you'll be very familiar. Let's see. He can't move worth the shit. Trent Watts. 21 years old. Can't move worth the shit. Nick Tuck. Can't move worth the shit. Danny Perriman. Finally someone who can move, who has some strength. Power and finesse moves suck. Pursuit's very good, though. All right, Danny Perriman. Might be worth looking at here. Might not be too bad. It's a non-day 3. And then the final one is Nick Baca. Or Baca, if you're so inclined. Doesn't have the strength, but he does have the speed. I went the wrong way. He's a big risk. Perriman's definitely better. Baca could be worth it. Middle linebacker. We got 3 guys to look at. Marcus Jackson out of Clemson. Very promising combine numbers. Again, he's not immediately like, yep, we're taking that guy. But he could be decent. Brian Brown out of Colorado. It's probably a little bit slower. A little bit slower. Good play recognition and hit power, though. That wins me over a little bit. And then Rashad Carman has the speed, has decent strength. He's a bit of a risk. He could be worth it, though. All right, what else do we got here? So right now, it's still that tight end that we're looking at. A lot of linebackers. Justin Compton. What do we got for you? 22 years old. Too slow. Kentrell Ellington, who we looked at earlier. Again, has the agility, the speed and strength, leaves a little bit to be desired. But we know that the grades... Almost dropped my controller. Mini panic attack. We know that the grades for Ellington do look pretty promising outside of finesse moves, but A-zone coverage... I might put him into that next category of, man, we should land this guy now. Enrique Whitaker. Another Notre Dame product. Great speed, great strength. Doesn't quite have the agility, but has good play recognition to make up for it. Could be worth it. He's not amazing, but he could be worth it. Eric Sharp out of LSU. Those grades are looking promising. He's got the speed and agility. Good play recognition. There does appear to be some decent linebackers. What about Sebastian Harris? Great mobility. Yeah, honestly, there appears to be quite a few strong linebackers that we can take in the mid-rounds. Mike Truman is not one of them. So we actually have a decent little short list here of players that could be good for us. Julius Anthony. Shout out to Leading Dust for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Julius Anthony, not looking that great. Deontay Collins, 22 out of Louisville. Actually, hold on really quickly. Let me go back to Anthony. Had a 4.46. Collins has a 4.47, has the agility, but not much else. I need a more complete product here. Aries Donaldson did not participate in the combine, did compete in the pro day, and didn't do very hot. Malik Stanley. Marion Malone. Well, we are going to be wise to avoid corners unless we go for George Brown. Isn't strong. Yeah, the press, the play recognition. Sorry, George. Fell apart for you. You were good in the combine. Or at least on your pro day, but not much else. Safeties. We got a couple to look at. Rodney McNair. 23. Combine numbers are solid. Man coverage sucks. Zone coverage isn't that great. Not feeling it. Antoine Overstreet. Not feeling it. Kevin Adkins. Kevin Adkins has the strength, but not much else. Nick Gallimore. Of course, he's 24 years old, but he's a combine beast. F stamina. Yeah, that's not. All right, well, it's not going to happen there. And then strong safety. We got two guys to look at. Jerry Meadows. 22 out of Kansas State. Has the mobility. Man coverage kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm not feeling it, Jerry. Sorry. And then Joe Groves out of Miami. Excellent combine numbers. What are the position needs? Everything. We finished dead last. He's good at zone coverage. He's not very good at man coverage. Honestly, Groves is okay. He's okay. He's not elite. So, with this pick, I do want to see what we'd get if we traded down, but more than likely we're going to make this pick. I got 3 players in particular that really stand out as absolutely draft these guys. But our next pick is 32nd. 2/3, a 4th, and a 6th. A 2nd round pick next year. A 2nd and a 6th. 2nd and a 5th. 2nd, a 5th, and a 7th. Pick 61. Is that not glitched out? What the hell do you mean pick 61? What pick are we on right now? So that should be the Eagles pick a few picks from now, if I'm not mistaken, unless I'm losing my mind. I mean, it's getting late. Trade down a couple of spots with the Eagles. Get a 5th and a 7th for it. I don't hate that. Or I land... you know what? I'm not going to trade down. I'm going to land this tight end, and then I'm going to hope that one of the 2 centers is still available the next time we get a pick. I think we got to make these 2, especially given that we weren't able to trade back up into the 1st round after our disaster. We are going to go for the tight end, Bryce Wells. Out of Auburn, there is a chance he could slip, but I am not going to risk it. He's 21 years old, 6'5", with a 32.5-inch vert. He's got really good mobility. Bryce Wells is the guy. Come on, Bryce. Yes, all right. It's at least hidden dev. The double flex doesn't mean what it used to, but we at least get a good project tight end in Bryce Wells. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. And I mean, you get a look there at his top grades, the athletic grades. I mean, and he does have good movement. He's not very strong, but he does have very good movement. Nice. We needed that bounce back after the first round. Again, 2 centers, Proctor, Bryan. Either one would be okay. We just gotta hope they don't go off the board here. There's Aaron Taylor. I did have him on our short list. That's okay. The Ravens take Simmons. We didn't have him on our list. Oh my God, the third round. Marcus Jackson is off the board. We have 3 straight picks coming up. The Bills take Kenny Hearns, who we did not have on our short list. And the Chiefs take Julius Anthony at corner. Holy shit. Well, we might as well see what we can get if we trade down, although I could easily make these 3 picks. I at least want to see what the value would be for trading down, but we'll probably keep it. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3rd and the 5th. 3rd, 4th, and 7th. 3rd and the 7th. 3rd and the 4th. The Eagles offering a 2nd rounder next year. Yeah, given there's not a higher second, I think we got to make these picks. I think we do. So, the big question, there are those 2 centers that I both liked, and we could move one of them. There was the running back, David Gomez, out of Boise State, who, again, was a strong power back. He doesn't look to be elite, necessarily, so I don't think he's the guy. There's the 2 centers that I really like. Defensive tackle, there's DJ McKee, who we would be taking a bit early, and he's 23 years old. That scares me. And then there was Darren Trapp as well. It was 23 as well. I don't think we'll take someone here. Outside linebacker, there was Watts, but the name that really stood out was Kentrell Ellington. I think it's Ellington, Proctor, and Bryan. I think it is. I'm willing to take the risk on Ellington. Let's hope for the best. We're taking the linebacker, Kentrell Ellington, hidden dev for the outside linebacker, even if it's just star. That's a win for us. Kentrell Ellington, 21 years old, not bad. Welcome to the team, Kentrell. Very, very good. Very, very good. 89 acceleration, too. I'm happy about that. Now, the 2 centers. As we try to bolster up this offensive line, the 2 centers are the 2 players I was very, very impressed with. And again, we can move one around. We are going to take center Jeremiah Proctor with this pick. Even if he's not a special dev pattern, it's fine. We need just some talent. But he is hidden dev, is Jeremiah Proctor. 22 years old, not bad. 84 strength, 69 agility, that's okay. Change of direction isn't quite elite, but welcome in Jeremiah Proctor. He does have a giant head. The human bobblehead. And our 3rd pick in a row, we're going to go for that other center as well. We are going to go with Clifton Bryan. Will we go 3 for 3? Probably not, because Bryan's 23. Let's fucking go! 90 strength for Clifton Bryan. I know he's 23, but we go 3 for 3 on hidden dev patterns in the 2nd and into the 3rd round. That's how you bounce back well from a really tough 1st round pick. Not bad. 90 strength as well for Clifton. There we go. Very, very good. Our next pick is 11th, so I'm going to go ahead and sim to that. We won't trade up. Let's see if any of our other boys go off the board. Eddie Thomas. We did not have you on the board. Patriots. Take McAllister. Again, we didn't have any of those wide receivers on the boards. The Jags take Compton, who we actually didn't have on the board. Fair enough. Seattle took Joe Groves. We did have him on our short list. The Bears go for Whitaker. We had him on our short list as well. The Jets take Jerry Meadows, and Otis Alden's off the board. Our next pick after this is the first pick of the 4th round. We do have a bunch of players on the board here. I just don't know who to take. If I were to trade this pick, what would we get? 3rd and a 7th, so we could trade down a couple of spots, pick up a free 7th. A 3rd next year, 2 6th and a 7th. 2nd round pick next year from Philly. Let's go. We're doing that easily. Easily. We'll take the Eagles' 2nd round pick next year. No doubt. No doubt. There is a chance that all the guys, at least one of the guys on our board, could fall to the first pick of the 4th round. Let's see if that's the case. Let's see if that's the case. But yeah, we recoup a 2nd round pick next year. So let's see. Do we have Gomez at running back? We do not. Gomez is off the board. Do we have Santos at tight end? We do not. He is off the board. McKee or Trapp at defensive tackle? Also off the board. We're looking for Perriman or Baca. Okay, a lot of our guys are off the board here, but I still think it was worth it. All of our guys are off the board there. Okay, so all of our guys did end up falling off the board, which is okay. We know the dudes who are now projected anywhere other than day 3 aren't that great. We would have already looked at them. So we do still have 2 5ths, a 6th, and a 7th to fill out this roster. So in my mind, fullback, kicker, punter, we get 2 more picks to make something happen here. And it can be in any position. We just need the best available player. So going off of the grades, there is Torrey Holiday, who might be okay. What do we got here for Holiday? 22 years old, out of Florida. Has good speed, decent agility. Holiday might be okay. Might not be elite. We can look at him in a minute. Oh, it's going to reset us back. All right, let's just go by position here. So day 3, again, I can't imagine we're taking a quarterback. Running backs that are projected for day 3, none of whom... I mean, there are potentially 2 A's for Donnell Fulcher, but I mean, this guy would have to be a combine freak for me to consider it. And of course he is. Can't juke, can't stiff arm, can't truck. You're out. Fun learning Chinese. Wideouts. Anybody in this day 3 range with somewhat promising grades that we know of? And the answer is no. We really don't need a tight end again, but right now we are invested in best player available. There is Clyde Allen. Honestly, doesn't look that bad. So much is up in the air, though, about that guy. There's Tony Jenkins, another 23-year-old. Same thing, could be decent. Does have good catch in traffic. Can't run a short route to save his life. Let's look elsewhere. I'd say away from tight end at this point. I mean, some of these guys, again, don't look that bad. Niles Lloyd, actually. Let's look at this guy. 22 years old, out of Utah. Great bench, good agility. As more of a blocking tight end? Yeah. Is that necessarily what we want to take right now? That I don't know. But as a blocking tight end, he's not that bad. O-line, was there anybody left over? Not really. Left end? Yeah, it's going to be slim pickings. at this stage. Not looking too good. Defensive tackle. We know there's a crap load of linebackers in this draft, including Kirk Cameron. What about this guy? What about this guy? John Walden. Decent agility. The speed is, and the strength as well are both very good. Honestly, John Walden. I like this guy so far. I like that guy. Donald might be able to... Chris, good morning to you. Thank you for the 50 months. My God, the amount of 50-plus resubs tonight have been insane. I am doing marvelously. It's one of my favorite times of the year. A new Madden. So, right outside linebacker. Chris, how are you doing this morning in lovely Austria? Brooks Skillen. What a name. Brooks Skillen. He's shit, but what a name. That's an all-time name right there. Corners. Holy hell. Practice for a race. How's the new Madden? So far, I mean, again, we've only screwed around in franchise. I can't speak to gameplay or anything like that. So far, I like the changes that they've made. You know, it's been a slow and steady night here through our first off season. Juan Humphrey sucks. How good is Greg Bullard? 22 years old out of Iowa. Okay, his agility sucks, but his strength and his vert are insane. Has really good press. His awareness might not be great. Greg Bullard, though, is probably worth a shout. I don't think he's the next pick, but he could be worth it. And who do we have for day 3 here? Safety. Chantrell Knott. 21 years old out of Drake. Decent combine results. It's too many D's there. All right, and then strong safety, day 3. All right, so like I said, I think we have kicker, punter, fullback on the short list. We get 2 picks. I think the next one here, first and foremost, it has to be, like, I love this guy. He might not be what I hope that he is, but John Walden looks like a beast. Speaking of absolute beasts, Mills, you handsome devil. You absolute handsome devil. Thank you very much for the monstrous raid. And welcome in, everybody who might be coming over from the mill side of things. Shout out to Joanne. Awesomeness. Fonby Brongers. Name of the night. Anybody coming over from Mills? Oh, let's see. Why does Mac Jones suck so badly? My superstar wide receiver. And Terry O with the raid at the same time. What a man. King Sprite with the follow there, too. Mills, I gotta be honest here. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful of the trash that you talk. You're in strong jaw. Brian Cato with the follows as well. So Mills, superstar mode was showing up for you? Because the last time I loaded up the game, it wasn't on the main menu. The first time I loaded it up, it was there. The second time, it wasn't. Very confusing. Very confusing. Anthony Richardson MVP season. You'll be happy to know he finished top 10 season 1 MVP voting.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
I mean, I'm excited for Superstar mode. I used to play it all the time. And again, thank you, everybody, for the follows that's coming over from Mills. I appreciate it. Much like Mills, we play franchise here. Pretty much only franchise here. We save the ultimate teams for everybody else. We are in our very first off season. We landed on the Arizona Cardinals by simming season 1 and picking the team that finished in last, which was the Cardinals at 3-14. It has been a pretty crazy draft. Kyler Murray is still here. We ended up with the top 2 picks in the draft thanks to Houston. Traded down both times to get 6 first-round picks in 6 seconds. Ridiculous, the new trading. And at the same time, not a single Oilers jersey back there. Don't worry, I got you covered. I got you covered. It's not on the wall at the moment. It's not on the wall, Platinum, but don't worry. It's here. We got it. We got it. And you knew it had to be. You knew it had to be a McDavid. So don't worry. Don't worry. We had to go with the color scheme back there, you know? We had to. But yeah, so at the same time, people have missed a decent amount without missing a whole heck of a lot as we are trying to rebuild this team that is so directionless. Kyler Murray's contract is practically untradeable. It's insane. It is insane. Mills, again, my friend, thank you. And Terrio as well. You're both just handsome devils. And I love you both. But yeah, you guys haven't missed too much. The computer trade offers so far are interesting. It'll catch you off guard if you try to trade a first overall pick, but the AI do demand a lot to trade up into the first round as well. So far, I haven't seen enough to really comment on it, but they definitely take full advantage of those extra slots in the trade system. Shout out to Uppish for the follow, by the way. Let's finally take this guy. We've taken 3 hidden dev players in a row. Can we make it 4? No, we cannot. I do still like Walden. Again, I like athletic linebackers, and he does have really good pace for a random 4th round pick. I'm okay with that. It's not nearly as bad as when you miss out in the first round. Like, we did. We thought we were getting 04 Mike Vick. It didn't happen. Oof. All right. We are going to go ahead and sim to our next pick here. Hopefully at least one of the 3 players left on my short list is still there. Let's see. Did we get lucky? At tight end, do we still see Lloyd? We do not. So that tight end is off the board. The linebacker, Holiday. Again, Brooks Skillen's a great name. Holiday is not there. We're getting real unlucky. What about Bullard at corner? Okay, ooh, that's big. That's big. Greg Bullard still available here in the 5th round. This could be a really good pick. Who was it you got in round 1? Oof. We took a quarterback. Flyboy on the follow as well. Again, everybody, thank you for coming over. Appreciate you. We took a quarterback that ran a 4.34. And the game said was a top 5 talent. Unfortunately, normal dev. So, Greg Bullard, can you be a late round steal? No, you can't. Another physical freak, though. I mean, again, has really good mobility. Could end up with a decent overall. Has a great number. But yeah, no crazy 4th or 5th round steal. Nothing too crazy there. Again, more than likely, we are having to look at punter, kicker, fullback at the end of this draft. We actually do still have Quinn Norden on the team, but it's Quinn Norden. So, all right. Yeah, I don't think we'll be trading up anymore. Pretty much wasn't anybody left on the board that we liked. So, let's see what we can do. Let's see. Yeah, in terms of franchise here as well, we do quite a bit of simming, at least until the team's good. So, all right. Let's look at fullbacks really quickly. See if we can find the best one of the bunch. As we end up with Drew Carr, 21 years old at a USC. I mean, combine-wise, it just kind of is what it is. I mean, honestly, his grades do look pretty good. If we were to go for a fullback, it would be either Drew Carr, maybe Brad Phelps, or Demarius Spurlock, maybe. But Carr looks to be the best of the bunch. Kicker. Well, Nick Weiss. I mean, it's Nick Weiss for Ethan Ainge, and man, is it looking like Nick Weiss. And oh man, is it looking like Nick Weiss at kicker. And then if we were to go for a punter, oh my god, that guy is terrible. That guy is terrible. Whoops. I mean, if we were to go for a punter, it looks like Dodson. Yeah, it looks like Dodson's the guy. Now, I keep seeing... Who is this Slater person that which you keep mentioning? Also, James Cheeks is a great name. Given the shortage of options, and given that we still have Quinn Norton, our first rounder, that Slater. Well, I don't like talking about him. We're gonna go for Nick Weiss, the kicker out of USC. 22 years old. Hope for the best. We have other fullbacks available too. So
trying to walk through
let's do it. Show Master Flex on the fall as well. How am I feeling about Juju? Dude, you know how weird of a season this is for Patriots fans? Juju Smith-Schuster's on the team. They signed Ezekiel Elliott today. I don't know what to make of this next season. Because anytime they sign somebody like that, I always think they're going to be Cam Newton. And I love Cam Newton, but man, it didn't work out. It really didn't work out. So, I'm optimistic, but at the same time, I recognize the realities of the AFC East getting better. Like, as a Patriots fan, you're never going to hear me complain about, oh, no, they're trash for the next 30 years. Like, man, it is what it is. It just is what it is. Like, I can't complain after their success, you know? Nick Weiss, come on down. Normal dev. 88 kick power, though. Okay. He'll be useful. He'll be useful. That's not, you know. I mean, you love to get a star dev kicker, but it didn't happen there. Next up, let's go for that fullback. 88's not too bad. I mean, it's not amazing. I really did like that fullback. We are going to go Drew Carr, also out of USC. Normal dev fullback, that's fine by me. And we're going to look for that punter in the 7th round, if he's still available. Dynasty no more, hey. Like I said, you know, there are a lot of Patriots fans, I think, who will just take up the, oh, shut up. But, man, like, it's just one of those things where I get it, you know? I get it. Let's take Tyson Dodson here. How good are you, Dodson? Normal dev, 87 kick power. That's all right. Again, serviceable depth players at the end of this draft as we, again, ended up in a really weird spot because of how this draft played out. Let's actually get the end of draft recap here. But the funny thing is, it's, you know, obviously it's like there's the rivalry there. I wouldn't mind seeing the Dolphins do well. I genuinely wouldn't. Same with the Bills. The Jets can fuck off. But, hey, you know. If the shoe was on the other foot, they'd feel the same way. All right, so a recap for those who may have missed it of what this draft was. 79! Holy goodness. Wow. So he was a top 5 talent, but he's normal dev. We get Kurt Slater, 10th overall. Again, there was a debate of taking him 2nd. It's a good thing we didn't do that. But now the question is, do we make him the starter in Season 2 over Kyler Murray? And I feel like we have to, because if this guy gets a breakout, he could turn into one of the best quarterbacks in the league. 21-year-old. He's already the 15th best quarterback in the league. 96 throw power. 88 throw on the run. Obviously, like, throw under pressure needs to be improved, but look at that. 94 speed. Man, the injury, by the way, is a 78. It's not terrible. If we get a breakout moment for this guy, Kurt Slater could be something else. It really could be. And we have the positive of he likes the fact that it's a warm weather state, and we can pay him a bunch of money, so we probably won't have issues with him leaving in the future. It's just, can we get Kurt Slater that breakout moment.